No.
I'll be 49 this year.
Are you serious?
49 this summer.
Wow.
I'm gonna be hitting 50 pretty quick.
Man. Sir, 40, I was about to say 40, 41. People call me sir now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
No, sir. I'm like, I don't want to be sir. I'm not that old yet. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy E, and we are on another edition of Speak Truth Over Power, and I'm here with one of my good friends of a very almost 10 years?
Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been
10 years. GREG FITZGERALD. Let's give it up for GREG FITZGERALD. I'll insert the applause. So GREG is director, producer, what else can I say?
Artistic director for On-Demand Production. So we're a theater without walls, as we call it, you know, because, you know, don't have a space of your own, but, you know, trying to make that work.
You know, what we do here is we always talk about the problem, the passion, and the plan. The problem, and we were kind of alluding to it, is I feel that it was really good to bring GREG on today to talk about the state of the world and how it relates to art, and how I feel that in many ways, even what we were just talking about, how it feels to me that art is under attack, and that, you know, the liberties that we had creatively, that we've been gaining, that it's like we're like dragging everybody back into like the dark ages in terms of just how we're supposed to be responding to one another, and what we're supposed to find funny and what we're not supposed to find funny. And if you do happen to find something funny and you put it out there publicly, that, you know, because of the people that are endorsing you, like you said, the donors and whatnot, you got to retract statements and do apologies and things like that. So how do you feel about the state of the world in with art, comedy in particularly? I think that's a good place to maybe start that conversation. Where do you start?
I mean, at its nature, comedy is supposed to somewhat offend, somewhat, you know, it's what's the word I'm looking for?
Provoking?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's supposed to provoke a reaction.
Yeah.
And you got a generation out there that just feels like, well, you know, everybody's feelings should just be all nice and protected, and we should all have our nice little safe space to live in, and everything like that. And that's not the real world.
Right.
And, you know, I don't blame them. I blame their parents for not, like, you know, exposing them to that there's a real world out there, and
that real world too.
Because none of them can write it down.
Right.
They're all very much trying to figure it out, and, you know, comedy is one of the victims of that, because nobody seems to believe that, you know, well, you can't laugh about that. Oh, that's wrong. And it's essential that we be able to laugh.
I think it is as necessary as air, water. It's joy, love. You know, it's affection. It's one of those elements that we need that helps to shape and inspire and evolve the human race. And I think that I get sometimes the intent behind it, and to the point to where it's like, okay, if I don't get what I want, I say that I'm offended. I'll purposely, what's the word, conflate, you know, two things to get you to do what I want you to do.
Well, I think it goes even to the fact that, I mean, the word offended, I think, is misused. I think people are using this word anytime that you're saying something that I don't agree with, that I don't like. Are you really offended?
Are you offended? Yeah.
Is it really offending you, or you just don't agree with it? You just don't like it.
We're getting to the point with this offense, like you said, where we can't even have conversations. It's not even about not even being able to do comedy or art, but we can't even talk anymore, you know?
You know, that's rooted in problems that we see in our government now.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's getting accomplished.
No.
Nothing's getting done. Why? Because nobody talks.
No one talks.
Everybody's on one side or the other, and they're like, it's my way or the highway. No, it's my way or the highway. Yeah. And of course now it's a million times worse, because we've got, you know, basically a narcissist, a
psychopath,
weirdo, wackadoodle in the White House, and
then a wave of people that support that. You know, not even just so much him, but just even to where it is now, and how, you know, volatile everything is now, that it's that idea, you know, like we were saying earlier, just people that agree with that.
And that kind of blind following, you don't, it's not just with him. You see that throughout all kinds of, through a lot of things in society. I mean, how many people just like following the Kardashians? Like, like they're, you know.
I would say, like, to that point, I think back in the day, back in our day, that you know, it was more, you knew that people were famous,
Right.
but it was still kind of like an invisible, there was no way to really quantify, you know, like how famous somebody really was, except for the fact they just were on ABC singing at, you know, the Super Bowl or whatever. Now, because of social media, and I have an Instagram account, and so does Beyonce, you're instantly able to see how irrelevant someone is versus how relevant somebody else is.
Right.
And that starts this whole cult movement. Oh, this person has millions and millions of people that, you know, like their pictures or endorsing what they say. And I think that in addition to the fact that our communication styles are breaking down, we're not talking anymore, that I think that mutates the problem.
You think about it, most written communication now is via a text message.
Yeah.
And nobody's texting in
Who
full
laughs
sentences.
out loud anymore, really?
Yeah.
I mean, who's really laughing out loud?
LOL. LOL.
In the middle of the night.
Talking about, you know, these followings and stuff,
Yeah,
and how that's affecting art. Not to say there isn't still good product going out there, but there's a lot of bad product out there. And the bad product's what seems to be held on to. That's the stuff that gets, you know, if you watch network television, you see a bunch of new shows come out in the fall, and you see one or two that seem like, okay, these are good quality shows, great writing. These are the ones that should probably make it. The rest of this stuff is garbage. It should all go away. And what shows are the ones that end up getting cut? Those two that are actually good shows.
Yeah.
And if I see one more stupid idea for any of these types of shows, I mean, what's the latest one? Flirty Dancing. Have you seen that one?
I saw the ad for that. Yeah.
I mean,
it's
like, okay, it's a dating show, but it's a dancing show. So let's slap them together. No!
Again, I know y'all gonna probably slap your phone when I say this, but I couldn't even take, and I watched clips and I've enjoyed clips, but when I saw The Masked Singer, this is just me. Now, I love a good concept, I do. But when I saw that, regardless of how much people like the show, you know, come on. You know, when I saw it, I said, we're really reaching now. We're really reaching now.
And you know, they rolled off Masked Dancer.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's oh God.
I know. See, this is what we're talking about, people.
And it's literally just like fusing ideas together just for the sake of fusing them together. So it's like Dancing with the Stars was
well, again, that's part of that too, is when you look at network television and stuff like that. I mean, there's a corporation that owns it, and there's a bunch of folks in suits who sit there and make these decisions. And they just base those decisions on, well, this is what the people are looking at. This is what, you know. So we have a lot of people that are sitting at home watching this garbage, and taking it in, and you know, at the same time, where are the intelligent shows? Well, they're all on, you know, they're all on streaming services.
Yeah, I feel like because Greg had the chance to come see film, which was actually this time last year. And
brilliant piece, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, to me, that's some of the toughest thing to do is, you know, A, doing a one-man show, B, basing it on your own life story, and basically being able to just, it's like telling all of the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, just putting it all out there and bearing your soul and just being, you know, naked, figuratively, and almost nearly literally. He had a banana hammock on.
Yeah. We'll insert pictures again. Thanks for being here, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Love having you.
Yeah, okay. So just keep on going with your dreams. You know, we're supporting you, all right? Keep your voice alive. Don't let anybody shut you down. Right here on Speak Truth Over Power. See y'all next time.
Bye now.